Yeah, no, I know.
Nice job on posters, Mike.
They look
Oh, why,
nice.
thank you. I got to do brochures tonight.
Get on that, okay?
It's one of those. And somebody was in town hall complaining at Teresa today. Where are the brochures? It's like, oh God, we're working on them.
Nice looking posters. I'm glad somebody's got some talent, and it's not me.
Actually, I'm working with the copier company because it turns out that when they set up the lease for that, they set it up with like 25,000 black and white copies a month and 500 color. And so we're getting charged for overage on it all the time. So I'm working with them to redo our lease on that so that it splits it more 50-50.
Okay, we're ready. I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Recording.
Are we recording? Yeah. Okay.
We are.
Okay.
Update agenda. Do we have anything from anyone?
Well, there's going to be a resignation from the planning commission.
Oh, and that would be you.
That would
No?
be me. Yes.
Okay. So you doing that at the select board meeting or something?
Well,
Oh, when it happens? Yeah,
when I sign a contract, then
Okay.
I no longer can serve on the planning commission. It's a no.
right. Yeah, I figured. Okay.
What you'll do to
I'll
not
post-
be on the planning board.
You know it.
Hmm.
I'll post a notice of vacancy for it. 'Cause we
Will
have
you
to
be
post
coming?
it.
Are you going to come to meetings anyway? Or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want to say anymore.
Yeah.
Who would want to miss these meetings?
I know.
I
agree.
know.
Okay, anything else? Nobody? Next one is public comment. Bruce?
No comment, Annie.
I love saying that to you, Bruce. Okay, so the zoning board update. I did get a hold of Nick. We were able to talk and have a conversation, and he was wicked nice, and again, apologize like he had done to you, Mike, but so we got a lot done. We set up a planning that he wants me to remind him on like a Saturday before the Monday meeting that we're having the meeting, and that he needs to update me of what he's done for permits, whether he's done nothing yet or, or have a few, but he did come up with that timesheet, the spreadsheet, and he's going to just keep adding to it. So each meeting will know. And if we had any questions, of course, to ask him. And I always said if there was something really important, he was to ask you or Joel. He did want me to, what's my paper? He wanted me to let everybody know that, if anybody wanted to call him, like you or Bill or Mark or anybody, that I have his phone number. Do you want, anybody want to take his phone number? If you wanted to just chat and, whatever.
On the phone.
405-473-4873.
Okay. And his name is Nick?
Yep, Nick.
Or
Kittredge.
405,
Kittredge?
yep, 473-4873. Of course, at night it's better to call him.
Yeah.
So he did discuss a little bit about the what's on the timesheet and, what's been done. And I guess there's actually more on here than the last one that we had gotten from him. So the one that says Mark Font 2, that one is actually permitted. He hasn't been able to sign in on it yet, but that one is permitted. And the other ones are just waiting. They have to have that, what do they have to wait 15 days or something for an appeal or something from anybody from the time?
Well, technically, the law says that the permits don't go into effect for 2 weeks after they're signed to give the
Yeah.
public a period to appeal. But I always told people you can start, but it's at your own risk. We have never had anybody come in and appeal somebody's issued permit. So
Okay.
But I do warn people, you know, if you start, it's at your own risk technically, so.
So that's good. I mean, I think that's gonna be great moving forward. So we will get these updates every week. Or every 2 weeks. Is anybody else want to comment on Nick or have anything for Nick that I can tell him? Or you can tell him? Anything?
Well, Nick had emailed me. I don't know if this is the right time, but Nick had emailed me about an application from Isaac or Isaiah Delabrie out of the gravel pit next to Fortin. I just got the paperwork this afternoon, so I'm looking it over, trying to figure out what's what.
Okay.
He wants to add a
Great.
couple carports but I
Couple
can't
what?
find his house. I can't find his house on any property yet, so I'll take a little bit of research.
And so then, you know, we were talking a little bit about this, about that William O'Keefe. Now, is Keith, Nick know about that? Are we supposed to be giving that to Nick or are we decided it's even zoning or a health department issue?
I haven't heard about this at all yet.
That's been going on. It's all that he's got like
On Current Avenue?
5
Yeah.
campers on the,
Yeah.
or something.
That should be a little combination of both, I think.
Yeah, true, because zoning, he has multiple vehicles.
It's a zoning violation plus it may be a health violation.
I thought,
What's the
didn't
zoning
that cover-
What's the zoning violation again?
Well, he's got like, I don't know how many campers up there, I believe, right? Is that?
Campers and vehicles.
Yeah,
Well, he's got, the last I knew, he had 2 campers in his house.
Yeah, and
Which
2
is
is allowed, right?
2 campers?
I thought so, right? 2
He has a
campers?
house? He doesn't have a house there, does he?
Trailer.
I don't even know where it is.
It's
a trailer.
It's a mobile home on a foundation.
Oh, okay.
And
It's
how
a-
many cars? Just 2 cars, 2 unregistered?
No, I don't know how many there's there unregistered.
Does he have a lot more than 2?
I'm gonna guess there is, yeah.
Well, they have to be, what's the phrase? Unregistered yet
Inoperable.
operative. Or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
So that means you have to have some probable cause to assume that he's violating the law. It's not just an extra car that works. I mean, do we
Yeah, but-
agree?
If it's not registered,
No, if it still works, he doesn't.
even if it still works, it's not, you can only have 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
Unregistered vehicles?
if it still works and if it's still operable, but it's unregistered, he can only have, I don't know.
2, I
have to
thought.
look it up.
2 like the thing.
2, not more than 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you-
unless
you
unless he's added something, since I looked at this a couple of years ago, he was using the RVs as storage, and I looked at this thing and I went, okay, how what has he got? And I couldn't really feel comfortable with finding a violation that would hold.
Well, if he's using it for storage and he hasn't, got a permit for it, that's a violation.
No, you can, where's the violation?
Yeah, I
Show
don't
me
think
the
there's
vi-
a,
Show
no.
me the violation.
He's got a building on there without a permit. A storage shed is considered a
There's nothing
building.
there's nothing that says people can't use their RVs to store stuff in.
Well, maybe it's something that Nick needs to go look at, just to see.
Nick can go
I
look
think
at
I'll
it.
take
It's-
pictures and send it to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go down and take pictures and.
I
send
haven't,
it.
I haven't.
Yeah, because
I
I
never
haven't looked at it recently. I don't know what he's got there now.
Can you bring it up on Google Map?
I don't know how recent it is. Yeah, you can, but I don't know if I mean, that's probably could be a year old.
Right.
It would be from last, because they did the Google Streets was through town after the flood last summer. So
Oh,
but they don't do Curran Avenue.
They did every street in town. Every street in town is
Really?
available on Google now.
Wow, cool.
Well, that
Street
was only
View?
because they wanted to try and say that we didn't.
Is Street View available?
Yeah.
Wow, that is something.
Getting up in the
Um,
hills.
Are you looking at that, Joel? I don't know. Are you doing something?
I'm looking
for
it
me?
up. I'm trying to get
Okay.
up there.
Okay. Can I still speak about something else then?
Sure.
I still have that problem with the sisters. I mean, and I was saying this before, you have the Welcome to Island Pond sign. You see the log cabin that's been, I've been here over 20 years. That thing is still the same thing. And then you go about 5 houses down and you got the sisters junk. I'm sorry you're saying, welcome to the town, and this is the first thing you're looking at. And I don't see why that is just not trying to be taken care of a little bit more. I mean,
Why don't you contact Beth Rodondi and talk to her about that?
Well,
Because that was a health violation.
right, and I wanted to make sure I was going to the right people, and I don't know if it's Beth, and then maybe, I don't even think it would be zoning really, right?
No.
It's not the zoning violation. The
No.
house, the unfinished house on Derby Street, the only zoning violation I could find for it is all the dilapidated junk, the same thing that's the same statue that handles the cars and the fishing shanties. He's got junk that's not shielded from public view. That's what I called him on before. We have no clause in our zoning bylaw that says a project, a house, a permit must be completed by. The only thing we have is it must be started by. We've talked about this, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. So they can have 20 years. It's been 20 years. They
Yeah,
can
but
take as long as they want.
I think if we start talking to him and urging him and give him a violation for all the junk that he's got laying around.
Well, I was talking
mean,
about the
plus,
sisters. I was talking about the sisters, though.
the sisters is a health thing, and that you
Right.
should just talk to Beth.
Right, can I
But
just
this
ask
guy-
you about asking Beth, do I say I'm asking as a citizen, a resident? I'm not asking as the planning board, I'm just saying
Has
I
nothing
have
to
a
do, right.
concern. Or how do you do that, huh?
You,
Doesn't
Yeah,
you
matter.
can,
planning commission would have no.
Doesn't matter.
Does it matter? Oh, I just didn't know if I,
you have no authority, but you're a town official and she's a town official and one town official to another trading information. There's nothing wrong with that.
okay, I just want to make sure.
And going
But, I
back to
mean-
that, go ahead.
No,
Going
go
back
ahead.
to that cabin, he does have a camper.
Yeah,
down
he's got a
below.
camper.
He's
Right,
The
he's
moved
old
got,
that.
one, he moved the old one down below.
I think they moved the old one out though.
No, it's still there.
No, it's,
It was?
It's way down.
yes.
Must be a storage unit.
So
um,
here was that's Willie O'Keefe's. Actually, it doesn't look nearly as bad as it used
Oh,
to.
my
To be
gosh.
perfectly honest.
Oh, doesn't look bad. He's got two, yeah, but
What about in the back to the right? What's those
Yeah, I
those
know.
cars
You
over
can't go
there?
up the road anymore because it was closed because that's where we had the big washout.
Is those two cars by the, is there cars by the tree and to
Yeah.
the right of the
yeah, there's,
trailer?
yeah.
Looks
Right
like
there?
there's
There's-
2, 3, 4 that I can see in the back field.
Well, that's
here.
where it is.
Yeah. You go up and look beyond this trail and there's
But I can't go on a property to
Oh.
take a
No, you
picture. I've
don't.
got to be from the road.
Oh,
that looks like an
Yeah.
ATV there or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another car to the right of the red one. Do you see hidden by the
Yeah.
branch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know how many
Is that the
people
left-hand
live in
side?
his, I don't know how many people live in his trailer.
I don't
Yeah,
even,
so that looks like there's about 7 vehicles there.
I know of at least 2.
Oh, and the tent there
Yeah.
that he's got, that requires a permit
Yeah.
unless if it's big enough to put a car in.
It looks big. It's not 10 by 10.
Yeah, no, we do require permits for those. Yeah, I mean, I just
Oh,
don't know
there's
how many
another car
people
there.
live there, but
Yeah.
You talk to Willie and Willie's, Willie will talk to you, so Nick can
I'm not talking
chat
to
with
him.
him
I
and
mean,
see what's up
I know
when
him.
Nick,
Oh, see,
Uh,
look at that. That's a better picture too.
So
Well, you
there's
see more of the cars. 3 right there.
4.
4.
this
Well-
way. I don't. Yeah, and I'm not sure what it says. It's from 2025.
Well, you'll find more than 3 there when you go down and look.
It's on the left-hand side of Current Avenue if you're coming.
As
this
you're
way.
going down the hill, it's on the right-hand side.
I mean, if I come from this way,
If you go up this way,
it's on the left.
it's on the left, but you gotta turn around. You can't go up all the way up the hill.
It's a one-way.
It's one way after you get to by Willie's Trailers.
Oh, on the
Good.
corner there?
Just the other side of
Once you
Willie's
hit
Trailers,
Hillside
one way.
Acres, that's where it stops. You have to turn around.
right, at Hillside Acres, right?
Yeah, you have to turn around. Yep.
It actually looks better than I thought.
Yeah, I know. It used to look way worse.
It's a lot worse than that picture is, I'll tell you.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the house coming in on Derby Street is the bigger issue, but myself, it's plainly visible to everybody coming in. It looks terrible.
You mean
And
that
he's
the
also-
log cabin?
Yeah, the log cabin. He's also got that trailer there. Now he's got an awning out there, like he can sit out there. Is he living in
Well,
is he living in that mobile home there? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the issue that I think Nick ought to talk to that guy and find out what's going on there.
I know he's here almost every weekend, but he doesn't do anything.
I don't, what's the
I'm like,
plan?
what the hell? He sits in that camper in the
I mean,
winter.
we
It's like-
probably want to change the bylaw with the changes we're talking about to require that projects do be substantially completed within,
Right.
2 years.
Right.
But
I
then
was
you
gonna say 3, but
then you have to define substantially completed again, and don't forget that, I don't know if you guys remember Carl Draga.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
Carl Draga was an inhabitant of over in New Hampshire, God, where in the Northumberland or
It's
somewhere around
Columbia. He was in
there.
Columbia.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he got a zoning violation because he didn't finish he had tar paper, I guess, on his thing, and he was given a zoning violation, and they went back and forth, and they tried to take him to court and all this stuff, and he ended up with a gun.
Shooting
And it was
people.
a major fireworks incident, state troopers all
He
over the
shot-
place. People were
He shot
killed.
the judge in Colebrook.
Yeah, he shot the judge.
He shot a police officer.
Mhm.
Oh,
Or
there's
two.
the place. Yeah, so,
Yeah, I
Which
know
one
what all
is
this
that?
stuff is behind it. This is the property.
What, the ladies?
No, this
sisters?
one is the log cabin guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Pierre somebody, I forget what his name is.
Well, at least he's patriotic. He's got his flag. American flag.
Is that 25? What?
No, that one says image capture August of 2024.
Hasn't changed.
Not
Yeah,
in
he's got-
years.
That stuff that he had on the windows, those are all flying off now. They're like really not covered. It's like you could get in there. You see how
Well,
nice they are right there?
that's-
They're all
I mean,
ripped
that's
and
the
everything.
thing. He's got stuff laying all over the place. It's junk, just like any junk place, and we do have a part of the ordinance can enforce that. But I think if we started pressuring him, he might be willing to cooperate. When I talked to him last, before COVID, which is the problem, COVID wouldn't let him. He said, I want to finish it, but COVID, I can't come down there. They won't let me cross the border. Well, that's over now, so I don't know what his excuse is.
How far is am I going the wrong way for the lady's house?
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
Turn
keep
around,
going down.
right,
You're
turn
going the
around.
right way now.
Yeah, go down. You getting there? Right there, is that it? No,
No.
no.
Nope, here it comes.
Here it comes.
There it is.
There it is, right there.
Oh, yeah, the windows.
There it is. Yeah, and it's got a big window broken in the
There's
front.
one on the other side that you can't see, coming the other
I
direction.
don't understand why they just don't tear that thing down or sell it or something.
For the
They're
land.
Fighting amongst themselves, one wants it, one
That's
don't.
enough fighting. I mean, aren't they?
Lord.
They're stopping each other from doing anything with it, and
So they were getting on in years You know, when we last talked to them 10 years ago, I just have a feeling that if somebody contacted them and motivated them and we gave them an official notice in the town that it might shake something loose. But yeah, you got Beth has to write a notice of violation of health order and say it's a danger
Yep.
to the public.
Yep.
If that isn't a danger, I don't know what is.
I know. And I'm surprised that the neighbors hadn't said anything.
Well, it's kind of buried in the trees now. Probably nobody pays attention to it.
I mean, there's probably trees growing in the side.
Because this used to all be like empty over here on the side.
Can
To
you see the
used to
back
be-
of it?
Can you see the back of it?
Well, there used to be the huge barn that
No.
was behind that. There was
Yeah, they tore that
didn't
off.
The town made them tear that down.
Yeah. Because it was falling down.
Now, and when you zoom out, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's too far up. There's nothing to get the trees
Oh,
covered.
yeah. All right.
So I'll give Nick the log cabin, William O'Keefe, and maybe the sisters. The sisters?
Sisters would be.
Oh, Beth, that's right. Beth is the sisters.
Yeah.
So there'd be log cabin and William O'Keefe.
The only other thing I'm questioning is there's a lot of. I drove around the lake last week, and there's a whole lot of construction. I just want to make sure we actually have permits from all those people who are doing all the construction around the lake, because there's a lot going on.
Oh, I guess there
And on
is.
your
Yeah.
road there too, Gene. I mean, right there up the street from you, there's a lot going on too.
Up the street
A lot
from
of
me?
fill. Yeah, they're on 114 there, right after you
114.
turn the corner. There's the two lots on the left are getting filled in, and the house
Oh,
across
I
the street
think-
on the right hand side. I don't know what they
Over
were digging
by,
out.
Where,
Where
Very good.
Francis's lot used to be.
whose?
Francis used to own the lot there. I know he sold it when he sold the store, but
Oh, down there.
yeah,
Somebody's building that. I thought there was already a house
I-
down there.
I don't know what they're doing. I just noticed a lot of fill and
This
yeah.
this
No,
side
I
of
saw
storage sheds.
Yeah, down below?
Yeah, between them and Billy Ming. Well, where Billy Ming used to be. There's a lot of bulldozer work in there and leveled out and,
On 114?
yeah,
yeah.
Where Larry Ming used to live.
just across the street from Larry.
That's Richard Fortin. I think he just was hauling stuff, gravel and whatever, and I don't think he's building anything there.
I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
Yeah.
There is some action going on in there. There's some building about to go
Down-
on.
Must be
saw it.
down
I think I
below?
saw it. No, it's across from.
Oh,
might be
Gorman.
Across from Marcel and Anita more. Up further
No.
a little bit.
Is he
Well, there
talking
is
about the
there-
guy
there-
that you sold the land to that has that stuff in there? What's his
I mean,
name?
there's been
From the
there's been
snowmobile club.
cabins.
Yeah.
What's that guy? his
Last
name?
year, or the year before, a guy got a permit to put a little cabin in there, and that's
That's right,
there
log
now.
cabin, and that's there, yeah.
And
That's it.
next to that, I think there's another lot that
Yes,
looks
I
like
saw
it's
that.
being
saw that
developed
too.
there.
Oh, I didn't notice. I should go up that way once in a while. I should get into town.
It is
Yeah,
your
I
neighborhood.
noticed
Gene.
that.
You don't get beyond your house, huh?
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same guy that owns the other cabin. He's building another one?
No, the one that from the snowmobile club. What was that guy that they sold the land to?
The guy from the snowmobile club?
Yeah, they owned the land.
Oh, that's Reggie.
Reggie.
True.
Oh, Reggie
Reggie.
too. Yeah, but he
He had a permit to build a house.
that
Yeah,
little,
but then he's got something behind the house too. There's like
down
there-
below.
Well, almost behind it in a way.
Oh, really? I
Well,
didn't,
you'll see it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's,
I know he's got a little house there,
Yeah.
little, what do
and
they
I think
call
there's
them?
something else, but I don't know. I'm not sure what it
Oh,
was.
He
Well,
got
the
a
thing is,
storage
what-
shed there.
Storage shed?
What's
Down
that?
in there's an old dump too.
Yeah,
Oh, behind his place?
Yeah, you
down
go-
below, it all started, he had a place right on the river that he
Yeah.
built some kind of
A
gazebo or
Trailer
something.
park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Him
then he
and
built-
him and Roland were staying there
Yeah.
summer months.
that's right, yeah.
Because he's actually my nephew, that's why.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know, I'll have to go check it out, what he has behind there, I don't know.
Yeah.
They had a,
But you're saying something by the storage units?
Yeah, they bulldozed that all off.
Yeah, that's Richard Fortin.
Okay.
Because he was bringing in fill,
Oh,
and I don't know what he's trying to do with it.
I
but-
heard at one time he was gonna build a house.
Yeah, well, if he builds a house, it's gonna be very narrow.
I know, I thought. that.
Yeah, really.
now who owns the place down back? Over the hill?
I don't know that. The guy that used to own the grocery store. But I don't know who he sold that to.
Oh,
I
I
don't
didn't know
either.
who,
Or even if he sold it, I don't know if it's,
I didn't
I
know
think
who
he
he owned.
sold it, 'cause I don't think his
even.
name is on our grand list anymore, but I don't know who it is that bought it.
yeah.
No,
It
it
was
was
right
just
down
one of those
back of
things.
where
I
Richard
noticed a
Fortin-
ton of construction going on in town. I thought, we should just keep an eye to make sure that when people are building a mansion on the lake, that, they're actually getting a permit to build a mansion on the lake.
Well, this is why
Yeah.
a list from Nick of, for everybody to look at a nice, neat list saying what permit number and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who it was and what to look over. I mean, that's what you should be looking at.
Right.
I understand the church people are filling in behind their garage up here by the river too.
In the garage by the river. Where are you talking about?
On Derby Street.
Next to the Essex house, their old garage.
Oh, that place. What are they doing?
Filling in down back of it,
Why can't you fill in down back of it?
wetland.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's not us. That's the state.
Yeah, if we had wetland regs, there'd be some real issues in town.
yeah.
Pretty much everything on Derby Street on that side of the road, probably.
Well, the snowmobile
And
trails go
railroad.
to the wetlands.
Yeah.
So are we good with this? Any more discussion on that? I've got my list, I got my stuff to do. So anybody, like if you see something, I guess, like he's not gonna be here. We're gonna have to be
Yeah.
his eyes.
Yep.
Moving on, the town plan. What are we doing for that?
So, we were awarded the municipal planning grant
Yep,
and, NVDA will be preparing a contract for us to for us to sign and execute and we'll look over it first, but it'll be all the things that they talked about before and get us started on working on it. And, we have to schedule the public outreach sessions. So, waiting for her to send a contract. It's the
so
next
are we
step.
also waiting to do the next meeting until we get her contract?
Yeah, that's the public sessions. And yes, because they're gonna bring speakers for us. I mean, it's part of the grant is they'll actually help coordinate somebody to come in and talk. So that people don't have to listen to Joel and I again.
You guys were great.
One time with
Good
us is
job.
enough.
Okay, so we're just waiting, so we'll wait.
I don't think, well, I mean, when I was talking to Joel earlier about that, I don't think that we would want to schedule those public sessions in July anyway, because it's vacation season, everybody's gone.
Right.
So I think kind of after, maybe August, September, when people are starting to wind down from the summer might be better.
True.
It would be good if we had some of our summer people still around. So maybe one in August would be good because, they are a major property owner in town, or all the
Sure.
second homeowners.
Yep.
And so if some of them could participate in it, would be great.
We can wait, maybe
I don't
August.
know
then.
I don't know if the grant will allow us to buy a keg or not, but that would probably spur some
How about
attendance.
pizza?
What-
How about
what
a pizza party?
What if we just bring it?
Well,
Pizza party,
I
bring
thought
it
about
on.
that. I thought about that.
I mean,
You
We're
know,
not gonna buy it. I mean, someone's gonna buy it.
Mike and I talked about this. It's something that you should seriously consider, possibly. I mean, I don't want it to be a party, but if people were sitting down around tables and had a beer in front of them while we discussed things, what's wrong with that? But
I don't
I
have a
Might get better
problem with it.
turnout.
Well, even like have it at the pavilion or something outside.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, we could
You
do
can
that.
drink there.
Sure.
Last I knew.
It's a thought anyway, just to
I think
spur.
it's a great thought.
Jeannie would have thought of it.
Good idea.
Yeah. You might have to bring wine with that too.
I want IPAs only, though.
Well, whatever.
BYOB.
You let me know.
BYOB.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
I know, that's what I thought too. Okay, we're all set
Put
with
that
that?
in the minutes, all right? Joel suggested we have beer at the meeting.
Oh, Tara will have to do it, not Tara.
Katie.
I can
Okay.
see the headlines now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right, did everybody read the minutes that we can approve? Previous meeting?
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
And I'll second
All in favor?
I,
it. Aye.
Thank you. Then moving on to other business. Oops, anybody? Nothing? We're
Nothing.
good?
make a motion to adjourn.
I have a
I'll
second?
second it.
I love
All in
that.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
Let's get
right,
out of here.
thank you.
Wow.
Good night.
Half an hour.